Hi everyone, for today's video I would like to show you a method you can use to remove dead algae and dust from your above ground pool when you do not have a pool vacuum. Or maybe you have a vacuum like this. This is a jet type vacuum that uses garden hose, and if you have this, you'll know that this works great on larger particles, but it will not be able to filter small particles like dust and algae. We had rain last week and I did not cover my pool, so now my pool floor is full of dead algae and dust that the rain brought in. Before we get started, please make sure to click the like button below to help this video reach more people, and if you have not done so yet, please consider subscribing to my channel to help me out and so that I can do more videos for you. So let's go ahead and get started. What you will need to remove the dead algae and dust is a garden hose and a small container. What I did here is I used a small food container and punch a hole in the middle so that I can put a hose in it. It does not need to be perfect. You can see there is still a small crack on top. This small crack will also help you make sure that there's always water inside the container so that the siphoning action will not stop. You can use a wider container as well to give you more coverage, but this is what I have. I use a transparent container so you can see how it works. So once you have this set up, what you need to do is place this into the water. Don't put it all the way down. Just make sure that it is in the water because we will create a siphoning action to get it to work. Now that I have the vacuum end into the water, the next is I will grab the other end of the hose and I will put it right here into the water outlet and wait until the hose is filled. You can also lift the vacuum end to make sure that there is no air that will form inside the hose, but I'm using my other hand to hold the camera, so I will do it this way. Once the water started coming out of the end where the vacuum is, you want to give it some more time and let more water to flow to make sure that there is no air gap left inside the hose. When you are sure that the hose is completely filled with water, you can take this end and throw it quickly into the ground to start the siphoning action. If you can see here, the water is now flowing freely. If the water stopped from flowing, that means that you have an air gap inside the hose and you just have to redo the procedure again. So now that the water is siphoning, you can start cleaning your pool. So just place the container down into the floor and you'll feel the vacuum effect. So it will be a little harder to move it. And if you leave the container in one place, you can actually watch the dirt getting pulled out of the container. Let me install an underwater camera to the pole so you can see it better. If you watch closely, you can see that as I move the container, the dirt is getting sucked in and the pool floor is getting clean. I found that it is easier to control it if I move it towards me instead of pushing it back and forth. It might be the case for you or it might be different, so you want to find a placement and movement that is comfortable to you to make your job easier. Also, make sure that you do this slowly, especially when you lift the container up and you put it back down so that you do not disturb the dirt so that it does not go back floating into the water. You can see that as I move the container, the water turns green and then it slowly clears up. That is because the dirt is being siphoned out and a new cleaner water replaces it. But of course, as I do this, some of the dirt will be disturbed and float back into the water. You cannot avoid that. This just means that I'll have to do another pass to remove everything. So I may have to do this one more time or two more times to remove everything, depending on how much I can remove for each vacuuming session. Okay, so it took me about 20 minutes to clean half of the pool. Let me do the rest without the camera and I'll show you how it looks like after I clean both sides. Here it is. It took me a total of 45 minutes to clean the whole pool, including the wall. You will go faster as you get into the right rhythm. What I found is that as I clean the wall, a lot of dirt and algae have been disturbed and mixed back into the water. So my advice to you is to make sure to brush the walls first and the corner before you vacuum so that you just need to vacuum the floor. If you have other above ground pool maintenance idea or other experience you would like to share about your pool, please share it with us in the comment section below to help other above ground pool owners. If this video is helpful to you, I ask that you support my channel by clicking on the subscribe button, and thank you for watching.